Hi, everybody. So, this is Ethan, and we are going to chat today. He is a naturopath, and we're going to talk about something that I've been trying, which I really like. And I'm excited for you to meet him. So, tell us a little bit about you.
About me?
Yeah.
Um, I am well, I do quite a few things, but probably what I do the most is I'm an author, a naturopath, and a musician. I mean, you can see the guitars behind me. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm active in the music scene. Um, I have a band, and then I do solo artist stuff as well. But my band's about to release this year our first, I guess you'd call it our debut album. We've released a couple singles already. Um,
Awesome.
but that's not the main thing that I do on a daily basis. It's more of, I'm a musician. I've been a musician my whole life. It's fun. I like to do it. Um, Technically, I could say I'm a professional musician because I've been doing it for so long and I'm in Nashville. I get paid to do it. I do studio sessions a lot and stuff like that. But, um, I still don't really consider it like my main thing. As an author, I've released a couple well, one's a book series, the other one's going to be a book series, but there's only one out right now. The one was we have only one of them out right now. It's called the Guru Bullshit Collection, and part one is out right now, and part two will come here probably by next year. And then the other one is called the Jesus Q Connection, and that's a book series as well. That by the time it's done, we're at part three right now for this year, but by the time it's done next year, there will be four parts to that book series, and you can get it on Amazon. I used to have it on my website, but we've had issues with website developers making it exactly the way I want and developing ethanlucas.com the way I want. But we're getting close, and it's kind of had to take a back seat to Sorona, the nano nutraceutical company that I started last year. We did the soft launch on, and of course our flagship product and our main thing is glutathione and nano sizing the glutathione as well as other nutrients because it makes it more bioavailability because it's like getting an injection or an IV of glutathione or B12 or D3 or whatever nutrient that you're getting from our supplements by nanosizing it. There's nothing bad about that. I know a lot of people have heard stuff about nanobots and they're evil. There's no nanobots in the product. Nano is just a size. It's 1,000 times smaller than a micron. So if a bot were the size of a micron, it would be called a microbot. But if it's the size of a nano, it's called a nanobot, right? Or a nanometer. It's a nanobot. So what we do is we shrink the nutrients down to a nano size. It's smaller than a micron. And that way it absorbs when you put it in the mouth, it bypasses the hostile digestive tract, which would destroy a lot of the nutrients, especially glutathione, because glutathione is super, super, super fragile. I mean, it breaks down really fast, really easily. And that's, the really cool thing about our product and what we came up with was a proprietary way to suspend and stabilize the glutathione so that it actually has in our product a true 2 year shelf life. And when you put it in your mouth, because it's so small, it's nano sized, it absorbs right into the cells, right into the bloodstream immediately. Whereas that's where you want it, because that's why people pay big money, like $300 a pop, to go to a clinic and get a glutathione IV right in the vein, which is expensive, doesn't last very long, and it's not fun to do, right? So we solved that by basically bottling that same process, or if you will, in layman's terms, generically speaking. But yeah, you get the same effect by just putting drops of this stuff under your tongue, holding it in there for 30, 60 seconds. I recommend up to 90 seconds, swishing it around, then it absorbs in the bloodstream sublingually in the mouth, and then you swallow it. It tastes like fruit or bubble gum or whatever, and so it's really cool. So. Yeah, I founded that company. I'm the CEO and founder of Sorona. That's Sorona.org, Syrona.org. Founded that company last year. Did the soft launch in October, at the beginning of October, and we're getting ready to do our grand opening here in just a little bit, in a few days, on April 1st. So, really excited about that. But in a nutshell, I mean, there's other things I do. I mean, we could do the weird. Bullet points that you put on your profiles, like, enjoys long walks by the beach and stuff like that. But, I think we'll skip all that stuff just to keep it simple. I know that's a very long answer, but if you want to know me and know what I do, you can go to ethanlucas.com. You can check out my show, Ethan Lucas Show. That channel is on Rumble. I've been kicked off of everything else. I don't even try to go on YouTube because every time I do, I think their AI just recognizes my face and my voice now. They're like, "Oh, it's Ethan Lucas, shut it down," you know. And so I don't even try to go. I'm kidding. It's not going to shut down your channel, but I'm exaggerating. But yeah, it's like I got kicked off of YouTube so many times with my own channel. I'm just like I'm done with it, right? So I'm just on my because I stream my own show live on my own website anyway. You know, and we're rebuilding it, but so I haven't done any new shows on EthanLucas.com in a while, but it's coming back this year. And but for now, you can find Ethan Lucas Show on Rumble. I do 2 or 3 shows a week, every week usually,
Mhm.
unless something pressing is going on. But so yeah, that's me in a nutshell, and that's what I do. So hopefully that covers the whole gamut there.
That's awesome. You fit right in with the audience and me. So yeah. So I will say when I tried it, it felt like my brain was effervescent.
Yeah.
I
Are
could
you
like
talking about
feel,
the elixir, because we have several products.
yeah,
Is
the
that the one you're talking
elixir,
about? Yeah,
that
that's our
one.
flagship product. It's
Yeah,
all nano sized, glutathione, B12, and D3.
yeah. It was
And
amazing.
by the way, everything is all natural. It's all organic, non-GMO. It's ultra purified. Like if you want to nano size something, you have to like ultra purify something to even nano size it. So it's very clean, very, very clean, all organic and non-GMO.
Hmm. Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went and bought more right away. So I did.
Awesome. Well, a lot of people are having good experience with it, and
Yeah.
that's why we're all in with this because as a practicing naturopath, I've promoted um and given out and recommended a lot of different supplements over the years. You know, my grandfather was a nutritionist, so I was basically raised and mentored by a nutritionist. I had this from day one in my blood, pounded into my head and some of the supplements and different things that I found along the way that I promoted and recommended, I've kept on promoting and recommending, and other ones I've had to let go because I've either found out things about them that I wasn't comfortable with, or things that I found out about them. I'm like, okay, well that's questionable, and then or maybe I find some things that are better than that one. And so, obviously, as a practicing naturopath, I have a moral and ethical obligation and a duty to, keep offering, and telling people about promoting and recommending what I know to be the best of the best at the time. And that changes over time as technology changes, as new companies come out, as new things become available, new discoveries are made. And so, because a lot of people ask me, well, why do you used to promote this, but you don't anymore? Now you have this. Well, it's because I'm doing my due diligence and I'm, practicing as a naturopath ethically and morally, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is helping the people, not just trying to help a company make money. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, and everything is in the midst of change.
Right.
And that's one thing that humanity hasn't been totally on board with. Like we're getting there, but that's why people ask
Yeah.
those questions. And it's like, well, we're in the midst of change and something better came along. So,
Correct. Yeah.
yeah.
And it happens all the time and it'll continue to happen. So yeah, there's that. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can, and just so people know, like I'm never scripted. I don't have any notes in front of me for the show. Occasionally, like on the Ethan Lucas show, if I'm doing a specific series, I'll have, and I told you this before we started, I'll have like bullet point notes in front of me to make sure I stay on track and hit all the points I want to make in
Yeah.
that show and in that series. But pretty much, it's totally it's unscripted. It's not planned, so we can talk about whatever you want, honey. And by the way, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. So, Joe and Scott introduced me to you, and I've been in the midst of kind of a chaotic lifestyle at the moment because my dad had brain surgery and bowel surgery,
Mm.
and we've gone through a lot of craziness since then.
Yeah.
And we'll probably talk about that on Rumble a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah, so I would like to actually cut this show short right here. I would
Hmm.
like to tell everybody to go to Rumble, and I would like them to go check out your stuff below the video because I think that this is pretty amazing. And I noticed instantly, my husband noticed instantly, and he does not. Like, he does
Well,
not
I'll
notice right
tell
away. usually.
I'll tell, yeah, and I'll tell your viewers because we are going to switch over to Rumble just in case, because currently we still have, because we're getting ready to switch, doing our grand opening to another store, a new store that we designed from the ground up, and we're operating on new software and tracking software and stuff like that. So if you happen to end up on the original store and you go to order the Serona product, make sure you select, because you have to select a sponsor before you check out on that store. It doesn't let you check out unless you select a sponsor. So make sure you select Honey as your sponsor when you go to check out. Or if you're using her dedicated link, that's fine. You don't have to pick anything. It'll just be, but I'm just letting people know in case they ended up on the old
Yeah.
store somehow, because I know how the internet is. People click here, click there, and they, well, they'll end up somewhere that they weren't necessarily planning on being or didn't know about. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah, it's awesome. So, okay, guys, we will see you in a few minutes.
All right.